Hey guys, welcome back to the CasterMuse Star League Season 4 on Artosis Casts. This is the round of 4. And we have two awesome players in it, two underrated players on this side. One of them will be going to the finals. This is, of course, a best of 7. So epicness awaits us. In the bottom right of Polypoid, we have Action. Such a hard-working Zerg, a great macro player who is also willing to mix in cheeses where it counts. I think that this guy is just someone who will improve endlessly until the end of time. Very excited to see him here and hope that he can do well. I mean, he's already in the round of 4, so it's already occurred, right? And then his opponent over on the other side. Recently coming back to a much better form in ASL and now here in the CasterMuse Star League. It's Free, one of the original 6 dragons. He is a player that I think has always been very strong in Protoss vs Zerg, so I think he's going to be in a match here for Action. Should be a good series. Now, Polypoid is our map 1. And it's just a great map, a great 4-player map. You can see really big games here. I feel like we go to longer games on Polypoid generally in Protoss versus Zerg. There's a lot of play on both sides, but we'll see how how they both want to go about playing it, if there's going to be any cheeses, any rushes. We have a gateway expansion coming out of Free. We saw his probe pop up here. This was looking for an overlord coming towards him. So he decided that Action is not in the top left. And then scouts towards the bottom right, sees that drone coming out, and he'll come down and see this hatchery. And that worked out just perfectly for him. He is in a close spawn, so can very quickly rally over these zealots to put some pressure on. Now, this is a hatchery first. The probe actually going behind the minerals. He might be trying to fake a cannon rush here. Notice the drone come out. You don't want them to, like, just for free start a cannon rush, because then your hatchery is going to die. So Action sends this out, and I think he's starting to get the feeling that this isn't going to happen. It's not, in fact, a cannon rush, but he hasn't scouted it yet. His drone going across the map. It's going to run into a zealot, and now Action knows, okay, no problem, not a cannon rush here. Just going to run this drone up, maybe make his 3rd hatchery somewhere, whether it be here or over here. Now the probe kind of following up there and checking. This drone, yeah, see, doing a little bit of harassment on the Zealot. His spawning pool isn't done yet, so he does need to slow this down. Some doesn't want to take too much damage from it. Going after the probe a little bit here. The Zealot turning around to do some battle as well. Very low health drone, 25 already, so only a couple hits away from death. And looks like he will put some damage onto this morphing hatchery. I mean, that's a lot of damage output very quickly. The next Zealot coming as well. Behind this, Free has gone for a Nexus, so this is just a pressure play. Now, that being said, since they are in close spawns and it was a hatchery first, Action, I mean, this is scary, right? This hatchery is getting very low on health. Action does not want to cancel. That's going to put him way behind if he does, because Zergling's coming up, but 4 Lings can't fight this. 6, 7, 8 Lings, there you go. That's where you can fight it. The drone drilling through there doesn't really do much as far as fighting. He kills off the probe. Oh, and he actually gets that one Zealot, but now he has to go single file against this one. So this Zealot going to be as efficient as it ever could be. Look at that, killing so many Zerglings. 4 fall. And finally, the Zealot gets cleaned up. Now, some Lings going across the map now. The Forge not ready. One Zealot actually peeking out. He's just kind of sneaking his way around. More Zerglings being made, but it's drones as the follow-up. Now, oh, 4 Lings run by immediately. This Zealot coming home, the Zealot that was out there to try to run by and do some damage itself. But 4 Lings is really annoying here. And he's just going to want to micro-heavily keep those alive. A Zealot chasing them down right now. More Lings being made. Not too many, but 4 Lings here, and we see 2 more being added in. So we'll see how many Action actually ends up with if he wants to get aggressive. It seems like he's making drones, though. And, oh, a Hydralisk Den. So this could be a very fast game. It looks like he wants to go for a 3-hatch Hydra bust. And, I mean, with his Lings doing this much damage in the main base, he's slowing down the gas mine. He's picking off probes. He's keeping Free very busy. But Free finds the time to throw down a cannon at his natural and start sending some Zealots across the map. He wants to get some more intel, but look at this. The Zergling's coming up to engage immediately. A very important moment. If he can keep the Zealots off his back, he might be able to actually do the Hydra bust that he has intended here. Now, the Zerglings in the main did clean up the Zealot. Only one left over at kind of low health. So he'll keep this alive for some scouting and light harassment. But I feel like Action has done a pretty good job. He's kept the Zealots off of him. They got some damage on the hatchery early on, but Action has paid him back. Free is in a bit of a tough spot here. He has no idea about the incoming Hydralisk rush. His Stargate, yeah, I mean, that is a little bit late, right? He's been slowed down. And these Hydras definitely, they're already being made. There's a lot of Lings on the map. And there's some good scouting going on as well. This is really the only intel on the map for Free, and he hasn't seen Hydras with it. So it's very hard for him to tell that this is about to happen. With only a single cannon, this could be game ending. We might see Action just rush Free down. All right, a second cannon, a third cannon. Feels like he's starting to get the feeling that something's up. This Zealot going to come back in. And when he sees the low drone count, I think you start to think, oh, what's going on here? Why do you only have a few drones? Runs it behind the mineral patch. It's a good move. Will Action go up and clear that with the Hydras, or is he just going to go? Yeah, he's just going to go across the map. Now, we're going to have 3 cannons up. Yeah, the Lings want to go as well. Like, keeping this many Lings back with that Zealot is a minor victory here for Free. All right, he's just going to sit back. Now, we have 6 Zealots. We have 3 cannons. There's another Zealot on the way, but range is about to finish for these Hydras. If they can gun down the cannons, he can actually bust through everything. Now, Corsair comes over. It sees the Hydras with the upgrades. Uh-oh, bad news for Free. He needs to throw down more cannons right now. Right this second. Another cannon going down. A lot of units out here for Action. Bringing his Zerglings forward, bringing his Hydras forward. And here we go. He starts to hit the wall. Oh, he might actually have the plan to knock the wall down and then try to bust through. Is Free going to make more cannons? He has Zealot legs on the way. If Zealot legs finish, that is very helpful. Okay, down goes the gateway. The Zerglings getting ready to flood in as well. +1 doesn't look like it's going to be able to finish. The 4th cannon finishing up. This is, I mean, there's going to be fireworks here in just a second. Here we go. The Forge going to be busted. I think this might trigger the rush now. Moves a single Zergling forward. Sees the amount of cannons. Sees the amounts of Zealots. Can Action still bust this? Here we go. Going forward right now. The Zealots coming forward to fight. That is a lot of Hydras, though. And it looks like he starts to pick up the cannons. 1 cannon goes down. The probe's coming out as well. 4 cannons will be up now. The Zealots coming forward and eating a lot of shots. The cannons starting to take massive amounts of damage. Zealots being picked off. He does have that speed upgrade. Action microing back right now. Can he actually stay alive? Oh my god, the cannon's being warped in. More than only a single cannon remains. More Hydras flooding in. All the Zealots are dead. Probes starting to pop. And it looks like Action is going to end Free here and now. A beautiful 3-hatch Hydra bust. Getting through Free's defenses. GG, and Action takes the early lead. All right, that game was way too fast. So here's another one. Action in the bottom right, and in the top left, we have Free. I tell you, Action with a good 3-hatch Hydra. Okay. Like I mentioned, he's a macro Zerg, but he is absolutely willing to mix in the cheeses. I think he's just such a complete player. It's really a pleasure to see him grow over the years. Now, what will we be seeing here on Shakuras? Of course, this is a best of 7, so, you know, not a big deal, really, to lose the first map in such a way. But I do feel for Free. In my opinion, I think Action is a bit stronger than Free. I would definitely favor for Action to go to the finals here. You know, he's just... But Free, like... Okay, to be fair, like, his Protoss versus Zerg has always been such a strong matchup for him. It was really kind of what he was known for back in the day as one of the Dragons. And hopefully he can show that throughout the series and give us a close one. Now, Free throwing down his Pylon. And Gateway. Okay, so another Gateway expansion, it looks like, from Free. Let's look over on Action's side, what the plan might be here. Of course, this is Shakura's Temple. This is a map, a 4-player map with a lot of expansions, but they're all around the edge of the map. The middle has multiple high grounds going up to the center, and then this kind of funny thing in the middle that has a couple mineral patches, whatever. It doesn't really do that much. But yeah. Let's see how this goes. Hatchery first for Action. Free. Gonna start producing some Zealots. Of course, you know, the game that we just saw in Polypoid, they were very close. Polypoid, you know, if you're horizontal spawns, you can get over there pretty quickly with the Zealots. Here, cross map, it's going to be a lot longer, so it's hard to envision Free doing as well with the initial Zealots. It felt like his first 2 Zealots in his probe did a good job. They took a lot of damage off the hatchery. They killed a lot of Zerglings. Here, it's a much longer walk. So going to be a bit tougher to get the first one there and then the second one there. And yeah, you know how it goes. So Free scouts him with the probe, second location. Drone coming up this way. Of course, the Overlords swooped through here. Didn't see a pylon. If there's no pylon here, 99% of the time, they're not there. Very rare that you see a pylon in the main base for Protoss as an opener. And here comes the Zealot cross map. Looks like the Nexus is going to go down for Free as well. And he's actually doing that off of 1 Zealot. Oh, that's really interesting. And I think that is just because it's cross spawn. You realize, well, I'm not really going to get much done by making a second Zealot quickly. So instead, just throwing down the Nexus as quickly as he could. Now, Action has his spawning pool up. It's going to have some Zerglings popping out relatively soon here. Probe trying to scout, but actually, Action going to slow this down with the drone a little bit. Can't quite hold it for too long. His third hatchery is going up here as well. And mining some gas. That's going to be coming up shortly. We'll see what he gets with that. He does want to do a 3-hatch hydrogen. I don't think so, because, well, first off, you have this big wide open area that you can defend against that. And second off, you know, it's a longer rush distance for the Zealots. It is for the Hydras as well, right? So you're a little bit less likely to hold that or to bust that. Now, some of the Lings running around. He actually finds this Zealot. The Zealot's been sitting there kind of very patiently. It feels like he was probably waiting with this Zealot to see, like, Lings come up to the front wall and then maybe run in and try to get some harassment. As is, just microing against these Lings. Obviously, a single Zealot against 6 Lings is very one-sided. You're going to get, like, 2 Zerglings with that maximum. You can see he got 1 so far, but Action microing heavily. Should be able to pick this off. Some good hits from Free, honestly. Like, this is some really good micro. He's gotten extra hits, more than what you would get if you just attacked. Ooh, actually a lot of Zerglings being made. I missed this for a second. Zergling speed on the way. A ton of Zerglings being hatched. 2 Zealots coming across the map. We don't have... Oh, we don't even have a Forge yet. The Forge halfway done. 1 Zealot. A second one going to be popping out. And now he's getting surrounded. Oh my god. This is looking to be such a fast game. That is a ton of Zerglings. How are you going to hold that without a cannon? Without anything? Only a single Zealot. Does not look likely. Goes after the pylon, which will deny any cannons down here. Any more Zealots as well. That actually might just be game, folks. My god. A very fast and furious one. Lings just flooding across the map. Probes coming down to fight. Almost every probe that he has being sent down. But there is just no way, no how. The Zerglings are not going to stop. Non-stop Zergling production here from Action. Going to break through this gateway before a Zealot can get out. This Zealot is screwing up the AI. He's trying to get the cannon. It's not going to work. GG. And Action going to take a big lead.